If you've been wondering why New York looks like Blade Runner, this is why. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. Smoke from the devastating wildfires that have been in and around Quebec, Canada, that the smoke has made its way to the northeastern United States, and it's really not great. I really don't have anything funny to say.
You usually don't.
Fucking hell. But seriously, I mean, look at my lighting. It's so dark. We don't often get such just clear examples of a climate disaster, climate emergency, and a lot of people might be wondering, what do I do? What do I do? Well, first, what's important to do is understand exactly what's happening. What is it? What's causing this? If you look at the footage of New York City, there's this cloudy kind of orange haze, and that haze is smoke. Think of a campfire, but on a very, very large scale. And that smoke is so dense that it's actually blocking sunlight. And so a number one question is it good or bad to be outside? I mean, you're not going to like the answer. It's pretty bad to be outside. Think about a campfire. If you were to, say, stand directly above the campfire and just yawn deeply and right above the campfire, that would really fucking hurt, right? Think about that, but constantly. For an entire day. That's what's happening in cities like New York. Think about how devastating that is to your lungs. A lot of people saying, the N95 face coverings are really good, but these are sort of the things these public health advisories have been saying, because again, it's like breathing in a campfire constantly. Is indoors any better? I mean, we're really putting a lot of faith into those cheap-ass fucking air filters that landlords put in. Those things are fucking carrying. I've seen a lot of headlines and people on Twitter using this sort of catchy headline that New York was the most polluted city in the world during this time period. And some people have said, well, that's not true. Actually, it's still worse in India, or it's worse in China, or it was worse in LA. I just want to say it's not a fucking competition. That's not fun to think about. Nobody wins, really. Again, that's sort of the capitalist social media buzzword sort of mentality. It's all lung cancer. I mean, we're all getting lung cancer. It doesn't really matter who gets it first. So what do we do now? Modern climatologists, give me some comfort. Once it's happening, you just kind of have to sit in it. That's why when we talk about climate change, we're talking about preventing these things. You can't stop a hurricane. And with this smog that's over in New York, there's no giant fan that we can just set up and blow it all over onto Europe. The drawings are incomplete, but we're close. You have to sit in it. I hope that some people can find comfort in the knowing, in just knowing what this is and what's causing it. But since this is a traumatic, this is a trauma, our brains may attempt to compartmentalize this feeling in this scariness and tuck it away and hide it, which is what I had to do for my junior prom. But we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't lose this feeling and the urgency we feel right now to combat climate change. So remember this feeling so that when this happens again, and it will happen again, and it'll probably be worse, that we're a little bit kinder, we're a little bit more supportive, we're a little bit smarter, and we're a little bit more prepared. That's sort of where we're headed with this whole climate change thing.